What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So yeah, of course I didn't mention it last week, but yeah, sadly Duke did lose on the road to Tulane, barely 34-27. They tried to make a comeback, but sadly it did not happen. And then Fox put out their passing leaders as of week 3 last week. Mensah was on their third with 1,036 yards. Even right behind him was USC's Jade Mayava at 989, but both those guys passed that this week. But also last week, the PFF ACC Team of the Week, Justin Pickett, Matt Craycraft, and Vincent Anthony of Duke were on the ACC list, but then yes, they got that victory against their rivals NC State 45-33. It was a pretty weird game because there's times where they were down by like a couple scores, and then right at halftime they were up by one, if I'm not mistaken, and then pretty much there they were able to secure that victory pretty easily, kind of. But they did do some good stuff on defense and especially on offense too. This guy, their backup running back Anderson Castle, he only had 13 touches for 105 yards and 3 touchdowns. They definitely used him during like short yardage to get down there in the red zone to get those touchdowns. And even like one of the final plays when they're trying to run out the clock, he like blew past everybody for like a 60+ yard touchdown. He was even asking them, should I go down so we waste more time? They're like, nah, you never get to score. So he had a hell of a game and he kept scoring. So yeah, that was really cool to see. And then also when it comes to the ACC players of the week, especially on defensive side, it was Deshaun Stone, the safety. And speaking of Castle, yes, he was the running back of the week for the ACC. So congrats to those guys. And then it looks like Bruno Fino was named to the William B. Campbell Trophy semifinalists. I believe that goes out to somebody who's doing well in both the schooling part of school, like in the classroom, and also on the field. So yeah, big congrats to him. And yeah, sadly on the recruiting front, they did lose their quarterback Terry Walker III. He announced that he is out for the season with a torn ACL. I mean, as of right now, he's still coming to Duke, but yeah, it just sucks that he had to deal with a pretty big time injury like that. Hopefully it gets it out of his way for his career so he doesn't have to deal with those big time injuries anymore. But yeah, prayers to him to hopefully he gets better, healthier, quicker, and then hopefully, yes, he will still be committed to Duke in the future. And then there was another player who's actually on the team right now, a freshman, starting linebacker Nick Morris Jr. He's been ruled out the rest of the season with the lower body injury he suffered last week. And yeah, he's been playing quite a bit, but yeah, sadly, he will be out too. And it looks like the ACC is going to add 9 conference games with at least one non-conference game going against a Power 4 team. So looking to boost up their resume in the ACC. So that's at least a positive thing. We'll see who Duke ends up playing in the near future. Speaking of ex-Duke quarterback, yeah, Daniel Jones, he right now has the Colts at 3-0, which is pretty amazing. He's even already earned like $300,000 in bonuses after the start. I think he receives $100,000 for every regular season win in which he plays 50% of the snaps, which is pretty insane as well. So yeah, big time congrats to him. And yeah, they're definitely doing some crazy stuff there in the NFL. So yeah, big time congrats to ex-Duke Blue Devil.